Hey you guys, namaste. This is me again, Diarra. Welcome to my channel. Thank you very much for sharing, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Today this is a reading on request or by request. How do you say that? I don't know. I am from Germany, so English is not my mother language. This is a reading that some of you were requesting. This is only for singles, so people who do not have a crush on somebody. Maybe you have a crush on somebody, but you are a single person. You are not with someone in a fixed relationship. And you just want to know what's coming, what has the universe in store for you in the future, let's say within the next 6 to 12 months. Okay, especially if you are single already for a while, let's say for 2 years, 3 years, maybe even like 10 years or something like that. I think it would be a little bit unrealistic if you expect things to change within a day or so. I could do a reading here to see what's going on within the next 2 weeks or 4 weeks, but I think we should give it a little bit a longer time, okay? So I prepared already 3 piles here in front of me. I know that you can't see them due to this perspective today that I've been choosing, but I'm giving you the choice now to choose between one of those 3 hearts. This is number 1, this is number 2, and this is going to be spread and pile number 3. So once again, number 1, number 2, just feel which one you feel drawn to the most, and this is pile number 3. Okay, so if you need a little bit longer time, please feel free to press the pause button. And if any of you guys also do have suggestions for future readings you want me to do here for free on my channel, please feel free to text me. Okay, pile number 1. Pile number 1, which is the white one, right? So if you've chosen this white heart, where are you coming from? So this is the first question, okay? Where are you coming from? What's your current situation? So what I do see here with those 3 cards, they are all in German, so you won't be able to read them. I assume, except for you are also German. I don't have that many German subscribers. I think you are a typical single, if one could say that. You are a classical single. You are waiting already for a while for Mr. Big. You want true love. You don't want just anyone. You really want the one. I said that in my last reading also. And this is really what I can see here. You are a dreamer. You are dreaming of love, of true love. And you are not willing to make any big compromises. You have specific and quite high expectations of the one, like Mr. Big, or I don't know, Mr. Dorsey, or however you want to call them. Or if you are a man, now listening for a woman, feel free to just, like turn it around. This is not gender specific here, but anyways, whether you are a man or a woman, you are a dreamer, a daydreamer. You like to lose yourself into fantasies, and you tend to build up castles in the air. You believe in miracles, you believe in true love, and you really want that. And I think that maybe you never had a really long-lasting and mature relationship. Maybe you have been together with people, like for a year, maybe for 2 years the most. I see you having every now and then, every once in a while, an affair that's like 2 or 3 months lasting, but nothing very serious. You are still dreaming of Mr. Right. And maybe this is due to your age. Maybe you are like, I don't know, in your mid-20s. So you still have all the time in the world, actually. But could be that you are a little bit older already, and still, I mean, it was simply not yet the case that you've met the one. I mean, sometimes it's like that, right? And what I do also see here is that when you have been with someone, you know, it was always you making the effort. It was always you who were the one who planned things in the free time, you know, like excursions and trips and where to go and planning stuff and decorating maybe the apartment and cooking a nice candlelight dinner and buying the tickets for the cinema, you know, for the movies and stuff like that. So it was always you. It was always you making the effort. It was always you, like, yeah, even sometimes making the first step, you know, like you've met someone on a party or, I don't know, in a gym or at the movies or I don't know where, you know, in the supermarket, and then it was you making the first step. It was always you pursuing the other party. And I'm not saying that you are kind of chasing love, although that might have been the case for a while for some of you. And I think most of us women, we have been at that stage, you know, where we were really, really like badly searching for love, you know. But this is nothing that I do want to talk here that much about. It's like, I'm just saying that you have always been the one who really wanted to make it happen, okay? Let's just say it like that. And still you are waiting for someone who's pursuing you and who's stepping forward to you and who is willing to make the effort when it comes to you, you know? Someone who is really willing to have a relationship, a true relationship, not a one-night stand and not an affair, a relationship, a mature relationship, a solid foundation from where you can build up things. I mean, it's, you know, sometimes people, especially when it comes to love, I think we do not have it that often when it comes to the job, but when it comes to love, I just heard that saying the other day and I really liked it, so I want to use it here. It's like, you want to run before you learn to walk. And this might have been you as well, you know, like kind of being in a hurry, being in need, yeah, being searching, wanting, controlling. I think you know what I mean. And now you are at a point where you say, you know what, I'm done with that. I don't want that anymore. I know I am a dreamer. I know I tend to build up castles in the air. I do know all of that. This is just me. I mean, I can't help it. This is me. This is the way I am. But I realized a lot in the last, I don't know, year or years maybe. And I want someone who is in love with me. I want someone who is in love with me, and I do have specific expectations, and I'm not going to compromise anymore. I may have done that in the past, but I'm not willing to do that again. Okay, this is your current stage, and I can tell you there is a silver lining for you. Because next card that's coming is the silver lining. I think it really helped you to shift your mind state. It really helped you to think about stuff and to be honest with yourself. And and to sort things out. And you've done a lot healing work. And I don't know how you did it. Maybe it was by reading books or going to therapy, or there are many ways healing can take place, but what I can see for you, pile number one, is that you've done a lot to heal yourself and to understand what's going on. And you can expect a silver lining. You can expect progress and a positive development when it comes to your love life. So let's have a little bit of closer look here. What is needing? Genau. So the second question is, what's needed on your side and where you should look at, you know, when it comes to your love life. Is there anything you should have a look at when it comes to your love life and how you can be able to step out of this being a single stage, you know. So we have to release old patterns. Yeah, as I said, I think you've done that already. I think you really done that. You released a lot of bad patterns and habits and programations, you know, that were clocked in your DNA. But for those of you who haven't really done any work, any healing work, you should really now do that. You should at least start to search for help and support in order to release bad habits and patterns. Okay, you should really do that. I think a lot of you, the majority of you, pile number one, you did that already, as I said before. But for those who haven't done something like that yet, you should really start to heal. You should start to release bad patterns and habits, especially this, you know, like being in need stuff and being controlling and really like wanting and pushing and stuff. You should release that. If you haven't released it already, you should do it. You really should do it. Because if you are very pushy and harsh, you know, and very, how can I say that, dogmatic in the way you think about people and think about love and stuff, I think you kind of pushing love away from you. You want to pull it towards you, but instead you are pushing it away from you, whether you know that or not. And I think you don't know it, otherwise you would have changed your behavior already. You know what I mean? So this is something that you can have a look at in the future, you know, in order to attract love and to attract something good. Good. So now what to expect? What to expect when it comes to your love life? So we are talking about the next 6 to 12 months. So it could happen any day, like tomorrow or next week, or maybe the day before Christmas. Okay, now I got some cards fell down the floor. Let me just check. Yeah, okay, I've got them all. Sorry. So yeah, this is divine guidance here for sure. This is karma. This is fate. And what I do see is attraction and communication for sure. And it could be that this is coming with friendship. So first of all, it's friendship. You will meet someone and he is maybe acting like a friend, or you feel like he could be a good friend of yours. You may feel like very close from the first sight, you know, like meeting someone and instantly you having the feeling that you know that someone, or you just like that someone. The chemistry is right and stuff. And this is what I see, because the dog always stands for friendship and loyalty and truthfulness, you know. Also for someone who's really reliable, you can trust, you know. And so this makes me think like it's either someone you are or you do already know. That could also be the case for some of you, pile number one. So listen up. It could be someone that you do already know who is a friend of yours. And that friendship will turn step by step slowly into love. Or for others of you, another option is that you will meet someone completely new, someone you've never seen before. And that will be, at first, it will be something like friendship, but then it will turn into love. You will get closer and closer. You will spend a lot of time with each other. And could be also, I'm hearing someone from work. You will meet maybe someone in a job-related situation, a co-worker, an employee, someone who's coming new into your company you work at, you know, something like that. I just sense that this could also be the case. And you will have a lot of communication, a lot of talking, a lot of, you know, like twittering, small talk, laughter, going out together, having a dance, having a drink, stuff like that. And there is passion, there is attraction. The chemistry will be very high and intense, you know what I mean? So it's a very good spread for you. And as you saw, I am pulling out the cards live and in front of the camera, so it's not like I'm sugarcoating stuff and picking out specific cards so I can create a beautiful message for you to please you or stuff like that. I'm not doing that. So it's really like you will get to meet someone, and this is really like karma, you know, with the cross here. This is destiny. This is meant to be. And this is maybe the reason why you have been waiting for such a long time. And at the end of the day, you will know, yeah, it was worth waiting. It was really worth waiting. And I mean, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? I mean, isn't that what we all want at the end of the day? I mean, what I said in the beginning, isn't it always better to have the right one, you know, the special one, rather than someone? I mean, you can find someone, I mean, like instantly, you know, you can just go out tonight, go into a bar, put on your high heels, and I mean, and then you will meet someone for sure. I mean, you will meet someone for sure, and you can have sex, you can have, you know, like a flirt or an affair, but I mean, this is something that's, you know, it's, well, what is it worth? I mean, it may pleases you in that instant moment, but on the long run, it feels kind of vague, you know, and it feels like, I don't know, I think it feels not good. I mean, I think if you ever had a one night stand, you know what I mean. So for you, pile number one, what I do see is you may have been waited for a really long time. And there has been times when you really feel like kind of depressed and you lost your faith and your hope and you were questioning everything. I mean, including God and the whole belief system and stuff. But I can tell you, at the end of the day, it will be worth waiting. And this is, I'm not talking about, you know, like someday in 10 years. I am talking about the next 12 months. You will meet a special person, someone you can have a really good time with, someone who is loyal and who can be way more than a friend. Yeah. Okay. So one last card and then we're done, and then we will move on to pile number two. One last card. Oh, one fell out. Yeah. As I said, communication will be a huge topic. Communication. Communication. This is a topic for you. Be open, be crystal clear, say what you want, be honest, don't hide anything, don't put on a mask, don't play a role, you know, be authentic. I'm hearing authenticity for you. Yeah, be authentic and communicate in a clear and honest way, okay? And I'm having gratitude. I like that card. I mean, I tell you that you can be, at the end of the day, you will be very, very grateful for everything that happened in your past and for everything that's coming into your life in the future. You will be very, very happy about it and very, very thankful about it, okay? Beautiful message, beautiful message. Okay, so that was pile number one. And now let's move on to pile number two, which I think was this heart here, the pink one. Pile number two. So where are you coming from? Where are you at? Where are you coming from? Pile number two. So I am quite sure that you are coming right from a breakup. You have been with someone who was quite egocentric. And I think it was a relation that ended in a big fight. So I'm having the accusation card here. A lot of fighting and shouting and screaming and arguing. So this is where you come from. You know, this is maybe even where you're at. I mean, I said this is only for singles, people who have no one in their mind, who are not involved in any kind of twin flame stuff thing, you know, story, never ending story in most cases. But I can see that you have had a relationship and it ended in a big fight and the person had a big ego. He had a big, big ego. And I think there was a lot of jealousy involved. Maybe this is also you. Maybe you are a very jealous person. Maybe it's even you having a big ego. Of course, that could also be the case. And maybe that was the reason why you are single right now. You know, this is the reason why all of your relationship that you've had in the past, why they did not work out at the end. Because you are having a big ego. Yeah, it was either you or the other party. I mean, we all tend to fall in love always with the same kind of people, you know. I mean, if you know my channel and you know my readings, and if not, feel free to check them out, because I think I have now like more than 40 different videos online. So I think there is a lot for you to listen up to if you like, if you feel drawn to do so. You don't have to, of course, but I'm just mentioning that because sometimes I like to use every now and then the same phrases, you know. And what I also always like to say is this traffic light man. Traffic light men, what is that? These are men that we women tend to fall in love for, who are already taken by somebody else, you know, and this is a red light. They are, occupied. They are red. It's not moving forward. If you fell in love with someone like them, it is like being in a traffic jam. You know, this is why I call them traffic light men. But it's not only the traffic light men. It could be that you always fall in love with men who are having a very, very big ego. And it's always like me, 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 me. And then nothing for a long time. And then again me. And then maybe it's you. Okay, you know what I mean? And this is why I said you are coming from a relationship where ego was a big topic and an issue. Either your ego or the ego of someone else. A lot of fighting, a lot of accusations, everything that I've just mentioning, a lot of controlling and arguing and jealousy. And for you, I am having the communication card. You should be very honest with yourself. Why you find yourself always with the same kind of men or women. You know, there is a truth behind that. You know, there is something, a specific energy, or not maybe energy, how can I say that? Yeah, this is kind of a pattern. This is kind of a habit that you evolved, maybe in your childhood or I don't know when, and this is working. Underneath the surface, it's working and working and working, and it leads to, you meeting always the same guys, the same kind of people, you know, people who are having a big ego, people who are very jealous, or people who are making you jealous, yeah, you know what I mean. So you really should try to look for the truth behind the situation, okay? So number one. And then what's needed? You know, where should you have a look at in order to not being single anymore? Again, we are talking for a time frame of the next 6 to 12 months. So where should you have a look at? What's going on? What's the matter? Pile number 2. Yeah, you should be way more playful. We have the dolphin cards here, and it fits so well. I really love my cards. I mean, this isn't a coincidence. Those cards, they do come out for a reason. And I was just talking about being, you know, like shouting and fighting and controlling and jealous. And what's coming here? The playfulness card. You should really learn to be more lighthearted and more tender and gentle, and not even only when it comes to other people, also when it comes to you. You should work on your self-love. You should work on understanding that actually you do not have any reason to be that controlling and to be that jealous. You know, be more playful. And I think this message is so straightforward that I do not have to talk about that card for like 5 minutes here, because I think it's all said. Be more playful. Learn to let go. You know, learn to accept people and situation and things the way they are, even though they may not be the way you want them to be. But still, I mean, you are an adult. You have to learn to deal with situations and people the way they are, because you can't change them. We can't change people. I mean, again, we cannot change other people. I mean, see how difficult it is to change yourself. So, I mean, do you know what I say? So, can you believe now that it is impossible for you to change somebody else if you cannot even change yourself? Okay, be more playful. Let go. Learn to accept people the way they are. Try not to control people. Try not to control every little detail of the situation. Okay? Learn to be a little bit more spontaneous. So, what to expect within the next 12 months? When I say within the next 12 months, it could be any day, right? It could be tomorrow, could be next week, it could be in December, January, March, May, June. What to expect within the next 12 months? What to expect when we're talking about your love life, pile number 2. Okay. Yeah, you will come to a crossroad, and I think here the roads, card number 22, this indicates you will have a decision to make. You have to decide what you really want, and this is going to be hard. It's going to be a tough decision. It's not easy. It's not easy for you to let go and to learn acceptance and everything that I was talking about. It's not easy for you to learn to be a little bit more playful when it comes to love. But I see you going through a transformation, and I'm always talking about, the difference between change and transformation. Change is quite easy to make, because change can be one day you have your hair like blonde, and then you go to the hairdresser and you let your hair dye it so it's black the other day. You made just a simple change, a shift from blonde to black. Okay, or let's say you are a smoker, and then one day you decide to not smoke anymore, and then you do not smoke anymore. That's a change. A change. It could be. Changes can be bigger or a little bit, like smaller, but still it's just a change. A transformation is something completely different. I mean, maybe not completely different, but the difference here is that once you made the transformation, there is no way back anymore. It's like the caterpillar becoming a butterfly. It's like a woman becoming a mother. There is no way back. Once you are a butterfly, once you are a mother, you are a butterfly, you are a mother. You can't be the caterpillar anymore. You can't be a single woman anymore. You know what I'm talking about? And this is what you will experience within the next year. You will go through a immense and a huge and a very important transformation. Yeah, something will come to an end. I mean, this is, like, I don't know the word exactly. What is the word for this object here on the card? But you know what it is, right? It's where you put dead people in and then you go to the funeral. I know the word, but it's not coming over my lips right now. Don't ask me why. But anyways, this is in tarot. This would be the death, right? That would be the death card. Transformation, letting go. I was just talking about that for you, pile number 2. So it's again beautiful how the cards fit together. I can only repeat myself. I am having a lot of feelings involved, a lot of feelings. This is the moon, a lot of spirituality. You will find guidance through maybe angels, maybe through yoga, meditation, all this spiritual stuff that will help you a lot. You will find the right books. You will find the right teachers for you, healers for you, people who are, like mind-liked like you. So that is what's going to happen for you. And I do see, someone. I do see someone, with the birds here. It always indicates a couple, because we have not only one bird, we have 2 of them. So that always means a date, a meeting, communication, what else? Going out together, getting to know each other, going to the cinemas, going to a dinner, having a drink together, stuff like that. I do see that. I see you flirting. I see you testing the waters, you know what I mean, in a playful manner. And again, don't expect everything to be easy peasy, because it's not going to be easy peasy. I see you being depressed every now and then. I do see you struggling every now and then. I do see some obstacles and delays in your future, but they are only because you can learn and you can grow. This is the only reason why they are putting every now and then a little obstacle in your way. Yeah, and once you've made it over them and you look back, you see and you will understand that those obstacles and delays and struggles have been there for your benefit. You know, they have been put into your way in order so you can grow and evolve. And you can become a more light-hearted person. And that's good. I mean, this is in your own interest to become a person who is, way more relaxed and way more accessible for others. You know? So this is what I've got for you, pile number 2. Let's pull out one more card. One more card for you, pile number 2. All the single ladies, all the single men out there who choose pile number 2 and who found my reading here today. Whenever you find it, this is a timeless reading, by the way. And whenever you want to have something more personal, you can contact me. I am offering personal readings as well. Now you will find all the information in this description box. So, one last card for pile number 2 when it comes to your love life. Yeah, let go of your ex. So, first of all, you have to let go of your ex. And then things are going to move on. Okay? So, if you are still, feeling clinched to that person with the big ego and with the one who you had a lot of fights with and stuff, and maybe you think that is your twin flame and this is why you are, in this kind of pull in and pull off and stuff relation, but you have to let go of that. Let go of your ex, okay? And then things will start to happen and things will start to progress. And remember, speak the truth. Be honest to yourself. Be honest with yourself, and I think then you will find all the solutions inside of you. Okay, so this is it. Pile number 2. Last one. Pile number 3. All the single ladies, pile number 3. What do we have for you? Yeah, I think it's either you have something in your mind and you are using this pick a card reading to get kind of a answer or let's say confirmation whether this could be the one for you, yes or no. I see you waiting. So it's either you have something in your mind and you are waiting for a message from this someone, or it's that in the past you have been waiting a lot. Yeah, it was always you waiting for the call and waiting for the solution and waiting for the decision. Maybe you have had a lot of three-party situations, you being the mistress, you being the one that a guy had an affair with, even though he was actually taken by somebody else. He was maybe like married, or maybe he was like in the middle of a divorce, and I don't know, stuff like that. Could be a lot of scenarios here. I do see you having issues with trust. And this is, coming not from nowhere, because I think you have issues with trust because you have been through all of that. Yeah, it has been a lot of waiting for you, waiting for nothing, basically. So this is why you are still single. And and this is why you have some trusting issues. There are some defense mechanisms working underneath the surface when it comes to you. So you may want to have a look at that. You may know already what I mean with this. You may know what... what's going on when I'm saying defense mechanism. Defense mechanism can be everything. It can be like you don't want to see the truth and you are trying to keep it away from you by either working too much, drinking too much, taking drugs, eating too much, talking too much, it's everything that we do too much, like in an excessive way, in an extreme way. This can be a defense mechanism. A defense mechanism can be also like you purposely choose people who are not good for you. This could be also a defense mechanism. And your soul or your unconsciousness is searching for those people who are not available for you anyways, because your soul wants to protect you. It wants to protect you from being hurt again. I know this is very crazy. If you want to know more about defense mechanisms and how they are working, this is coming from psychology. This is nothing esoteric or spiritual. This is really coming from psychology. You can Google it, defense mechanism. Freud, Sigmund Freud, he said a lot about it, and he figured out a lot of defense mechanisms. And I am not able to explain that to you in a detailed way, but there is some kind of defense mechanism going on, and you may or may not know that already. Okay. So you have always been the one waiting for messages, waiting for someone to commit. It is quite similar to pile number 1, by the way. So you may want to have a look into pile number 1, the reading that I did for the first pile, but still it is a little bit different. It is a little bit different. This is it. And what do they want you to have a look at? I mean, we have already the topic defense mechanism, but what else? Is there anything else that the universe wants to share with us? Anything else? Another message, another advice, something that it's good for you to know in order to move forward and to let go and to heal? Is there anything else? Anything else for pile number 3 now? Pile number 3. Peace. Yeah, you have to find peace. You have to find peace. I mean, no matter how many people were cheating at you, no matter how many times you have been the mistress, the one that somebody had an affair with and he was just using you and he told you a lot of stories just in order to get what he wants, like your body, sex, or money, or I don't know. People, they hurt you a lot, but you have to come to peace with this. You have to surrender. Find peace and believe that there is the rainbow at the horizon and the sun will shine for you again. You may feel very depressed right now. You may have a lot of issues going on, health issues, money issues, love issues, a lot of, like you can't trust anymore, you do not believe anymore, there is no hope anymore, but believe that there is a light at the end of the tunnel and there is an exit for you. You will find the exit. Through this, labyrinth, you will find the exit. At the end of the day, you will find the exit. And maybe finding this reading here today, whenever today is, I mean, this is a timeless reading. You don't have to look, when did I record the reading or when did I upload the reading? Because whenever you find it, it's valid for you, And this is maybe the first step for you in order to find the exit, to find the door that's opening for you. There is a door and this door is going to open up for you, for sure. Okay? And this is something you should always believe in, no matter how cloudy your days are right now. And remember, they say it's always darkest before noon, before dawn. It is always darkest before dawn. So let's pull some more cards for you. Where do I have my Kipper cards? Here. Pile number 3. What to expect within the next 6 to 12 months. And when I'm saying next 6 to 12 months, it can happen every day, right? It can happen tomorrow. It can happen, the day after Christmas, New Year's Eve. It can be springtime, summertime, next year. Within the next 12 months, what can you expect? Pile number 3. What can you expect? Yeah, I see you expecting a lot, by the way, because we have the expectation card. I see you waiting. I see you really like wanting something to happen, and something will happen, but I can tell you right away, it's not going to happen overnight. Sorry for me being so direct and straightforward, but this is what I've got for you. We have the long way here. It's a long way you have to cross. You have to overcome, you know? It's a long way. It's not happening overnight. Be realistic, especially if you have to deal with a lot of issues. Be realistic. But what I do see is something is leaving, and I hope this is your bad energy, and this is leaving, and I do see a rich, good man entering the scene. I have the rich, good man here, and I have the justice card. So you will find peace and justice and fairness at the end of the day. You will find all that. You will find all that you have been longing for so long. You know, you will make it. You will cross, over. You will make this leap of trust. You will make it. It may be hard, it may be a long way, and it may not happen overnight, but there is a good guy stepping up the scene, a successful guy, a guy who is quite rich, you know. But I mean, richness can also be like in the heart, rich from the heart, you know. Maybe not money-wise rich, but he is a good guy, you know. He has a good heart. He is someone you can trust. And he is coming for sure, because with this judgment card here and this justice card, I do really, this is like, you know, putting something on a paper and then signing it. And that means you can really rely on it. There is a good person, a good guy, a good woman, if you are a man, or if you are a woman looking for a woman, I don't know, this is not gender specific, but there is a good trustworthy person coming into your life within the next year. Okay, so this is good news for you, because you know, with the theft card, something is leaving, something is going out of your life, and I think this is the sadness. This is all the concerns and worries and waiting. This is leaving. This is finally leaving. Okay, what else do we have for you? What else do we have? Let's put out 2 more cards and then we're done. So all the single ladies, all the single men, and pile number 3. What's going on in your life, in your love life, in your single love life? What's going on? Yeah, you can find the one, and it's coming. It is definitely coming. With the ship here, this is always the card that represents something is about to happen. But it's taking a while, because, you know, a ship is not an airplane. A ship always takes a while. It always stands for long distances. You know, I mean, those Lenormand and Tarot cards, they are old. I mean, I don't know how old they are, like 100, maybe 200 years or so. And in these days, they did not have airplanes or cars and jumbo jets and Boeings and Airbuses 380s. They had only ships. If they really wanted to cross waters, they had to use the ship. And a ship lasted it was a long journey. You know, if they wanted to go from London to New York, it took them like a month. So this is why I'm saying it's going to last a while. Yeah, maybe the full period of a year, the full 12 months that I'm reading here for. But at the end of the day, yes, you could meet the one. You know, this rich person here, this could be the one. It's not saying this is the one. Yeah, do not misunderstand me. It's saying this could be the one. Okay, if you deal with all your issues, and you know, maybe especially if you are the one who is always very jealous, and if you are the one who has a huge ego, if you overcome this, you can meet the right one within the next year. Okay, but remember, it takes a while. It will not happen tomorrow. Good. So my dears, I think we've done here. I hope you liked it. Remember, if you have any ideas for future readings, please let me know, and feel free to give me any kind of feedback if you want. This is it. Namaste, you guys. Bye bye. See you next time.